From the first bout to the last stand, this is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war, from every match to every stage. I grew up on legends, I learned to believe in heroes, villains, the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve, from Dusty Rhodes to Bright Marquee. Wrestling is in my blood, there's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits, goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron loves wrestling. AEW, WENWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand, I love it all. Aaron loves wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no wars, just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron loves wrestling. One world, one voice, taking us higher. Monday night Raw to Friday night SmackDown, Saturday night main event under the neon lights. And NXT has the rising stars. The future is looking pretty bright. Dreams get built in every fight. From Wednesday night Dynamite to Saturday night Collision, New Japan battles, hearts on fire. From the Tokyo Dome to Arena, Mexico, in every zone, every style's a kingdom, every ring is a throne. Give the way to AAW, every New Japan pride. TA line on the way, AW, on the road. Different letters but the same love and passion pounding in us all. Aaron loves wrestling. Every brand, it doesn't matter about the three letters. From the local hall to the global star. Oh my God, that sound. When the entrance hits, we are all ready to start. Aaron loves wrestling. Side by side. No tribal lines, just love for the business worldwide. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Cuddy fights for the dreams of us all in red, white, blue. Hangman doesn't stay down, he is always fighting for redemption. Mox bleeds for the business, bringing out the passion in us all. Okada is the rainmaker, the money rains down with every title reign. Cena's never giving up the fight. Fear strikes in the heart of man when Undertaker appears. Sting is the vigilante that every villain fears. Legends will always be remembered, they never retire in our hearts. They will live on forever. From Flair to Michaels, from Hogan to Cena, from Omega's rise to acknowledging Reigns. Different paths but the same damn ring, same damn love for professional wrestling. Say it loud, I love wrestling. Say it proud, I love wrestling. No hate, no tribalism, just love for the business until the end of time. You know the war goes on your chest. If you love this business, then you're the best. No keyboard warriors, no hate, no lies. Just respect when the warriors rise. From the curtain rise to the final pin, we all are chasing that moment when the bell rings. It's more than title belts, it's more than glory. It's our love for professional wrestling in every story. So pull your hearts up, it's all one love. Every fan's got a place. From every city to every nation, we're united by a love for professional wrestling. Aaron loves wrestling. Hear the crowd with every chant, every heartbeat, and with every tap. Aaron loves wrestling. This is our life. From the rise of a hero to the falling of wrestling. From the American Cowboy will always ride for this. Dr. Love will always share the love of professional wrestling. For every ring, every wrestler, and every fan. One word, one passion, one truth that I'm confessing. From the first bell to the last stand. This is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! From the first bell to the last stand. This is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war. From every match to every stage, I grew up on legends. I learned to believe in heroes. Fill is the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve. From Dusty Rose to Bright Marquee, wrestling is in my blood. There's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits. Goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron Loves Wrestling. AEW, WENWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand. I love it all. Aaron Loves Wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no war. Just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron Loves Wrestling. Fire. One world, one voice.
How's it going on, my wrestling lovers? Aaron Loves Wrestling Podcast, and I am Dr. Love himself, and I'm here to talk about TNA Impact from Thursday. I know, a couple of days after, but I had work. I also had work yesterday, and when I got home, I was tired, so I went to bed. But I did catch SmackDown last night too. Review of that coming tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing AEW Dynamite and Collision 2-in-1 review of this week. But right now, it's TNA Impact. The last episode on AXS TV. That's right. We're in the home stretch now, y'all. This coming Thursday, TNA Impact will debut on AMC. And we got plenty of surprises and returns. One of them is the legendary AJ Styles. The phenomenal one AJ Styles is returning on Thursday to TNA Impact for the debut on AMC. Also recently announced on the Busted Open Radio podcast, Tommy Dreamer announced he will be also appearing on TNA Impact on Thursday. So we got some legends returning. I voiced that I would like to see the Cowboy James Storm return to TNA for the AMC debut. So hopefully they will call up James Storm and have him back. He's personally my all-time favorite TNA wrestler. So it'd be nice to see him back, even if it's just for a little bit. But I'd like to see him back with the company in general. This would be great to see him back with the company. He's still wrestling. If I'm not mistaken, we're still wrestling with Juggalo Championship Wrestling. But if he could return to TNA and get help TNA out, that would be great because I would love to see James Storm back in TNA. But with that being said, TNA this week, we'll go over some of the match details here shortly for next week. But we're going to go and discuss about TNA Impact this past Thursday. Chicago Bull 26. Thank you for acknowledging that the intro was fire. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. But this was the card from Thursday. What a great card it was. We had the Hardys kick off, then went to the Dani Luna and Harley Hudson match. We had the Order 4 come out. We had Stax and Steve Maclin for the TNA International Championship, which is beautiful, by the way. I love the TNA International Championship. And then we have the System, Moose, JDC, Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers going up against the Hardys, Leon Slater, and Cedric Alexander in a fire 8-man tag team match. And then it all ended with the TNA World Championship contract signing between Mike Santana and Frankie Kazarian, which, by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about the promo that Mike Santana cut, especially one specific, and I'd like to lay out some of the details of that. I shared a little bit on X, highlighting it. But Mike Santana cut a little promo coming from the heart, and a lot of the fans, especially AEW fans, you'll see why here in a minute, they're not happy. So we will get to that here shortly. But like the video on YouTube. If you're watching on X, hit the like heart button as well. Repost. Get some more here, and let's talk about TNA. If you're also on Kick, follow me. Support me there as well. Support me on TikTok. Support me on Instagram. And let's support professional wrestling. Let's love professional wrestling. So let's talk about TNA. It opened up with the Hardys. The Hardys kicked off the show, and they cut a little promo about their ongoing feud with the Righteous, specifically after the mind games that they had with the Hardys, and them carrying Matt Hardy off at one point. I mean, the Righteous. I love that the Righteous they're in TNA, and I'm really hoping Killer Cross can sign with TNA as well. I think Killer Cross will bring some more fans to TNA and draw more attention. And pairing him up with the Righteous would also be a great group in TNA. So I would love to see Killer Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux sign the TNA Impact. I think that'll be fantastic. So if that could happen, if Matt Hardy or Jeff or Carlos Silva himself, if you're listening, please sign Killer Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux to TNA. Please. I would love to see Killer Cross at TNA. If you agree with me, hashtag we want Cross. Let's get that going again, because I want to see Cross in TNA. But the Righteous and the Hardys, they had an exchange back and forth, and then they challenged the Hardys challenged the Righteous to a match right there in El Paso, and then the Righteous like, nah, we want a match, but we want it for the TNA tag team titles at Genesis. The Hardys accepted, so now we have the Hardys and the Righteous going 2-on-2. Sorry, the Righteous and Hardys will be in a tag match for the TNA Tag Team Championships at TNA Genesis now. And I think that match is going to be great. And I honestly believe what we're going to see, the Hardys put the Righteous over, and we get the Righteous as your new TNA World Tag Team Champions. The Hardys been in TNA Tag Team Champs for a long time. They defended those belts religiously. They defended it great. So I love that the Hardys are Tag Team Champions, but it'll be nice to see the Righteous. We are many, the Righteous. I'm glad that they're in TNA. It's glad to see them on TV again. So then we go from that to the Knockouts match with Dani Luna and Harley Hudson. I really like both of them, and I really would like to highlight also Harley Hudson. She is a really good wrestler as well. And both these ladies had a great match. Dani Luna got the victory. She won. And then after the match, Dani Luna laid out Myla Grace, Harley Hudson, Xia Brookside, Li Ying Li, who's the Knockouts champion. And then it sets up a Knockouts championship match for TNA Genesis between Dani Luna and Li Ying Li. So that's going to be on the card of TNA Genesis. Will we see a new champion? We'll find out. But this was a really good match between Dani Luna and Harley Hudson. And I wouldn't mind TNA is create another women's championship, like a mid-card title. Yeah, maybe an TNA X Division championship. That would be pretty cool uh, for the ladies, or maybe something different, something that doesn't copy the men, because all they have are the Knockouts Championship and the Knockouts Tag Team Championships, which they're great, but I would like to see another title added for a mid-card division for the women to wrestle over. So I think this would be great to establish one, but later down the road. I mean, maybe they could do it soon, now in a few months, because they're going to get viewers, they're going to get fans in attendance. They already got over 2,000 tickets sold so far for TNA Impact debut next Thursday. Getting close to that full house mark, around 3,000 plus. So will we see a full house? I don't know. I hate that I'm going to miss it. I really want to go so very bad, but fortunately I can't. But I will be watching on TNA Plus and even doing a watch along Thursday night. You heard it here, a watch along for TNA Impact's debut on AMC. I'm doing a watch along here on Aaron Loves Wrestling Podcast for the entire show. So be ready. For me, it's going to start at 8 o'clock Central. So I'll go live probably 20 minutes before. So tune in for that. What we'll also have is the TNA Predictions Championship is on the line. Look out for the post. I'm going to put it on the Google Forms again, just like I did my NFL playoffs prediction. And I will also do the All Elite Predictions as well for the All Elite Predictions title. It's going to begin tonight for AEW Collision. So keep watching that. But solid match for the ladies here in the Knockouts division. I'd love to see a mid-card Knockouts title. So we also get backstage. Ryan Nemeth tries to flirt with Mara Sade. That didn't work out. And then we had Order 4 search backstage for Agent Zero before Mustafa Ali and the Order 4 come out. And then we also had the Elegance brand do some kind of, I don't know, it was a weird segment to me. That was probably my low light of the entire show. I didn't like the Elegance brand segment. It was kind of odd, but that's just me personally. So then we get Mustafa Ali come out in the State of the Union, the Order 4. They come out and they have he proposes banning all things for Elijah. No guitars, concert, or cowboy hats, or anything like that. And then Elijah arrives on horseback, which I thought that was pretty cool. Elijah arrives on horseback for the show. I love that part for Elijah. I love Elijah. I loved him in WWE when he was Elias. Who Wants to Walk with Elias? I really enjoyed him there. I was really upset that he got released, but I'm glad that he's doing better in TNA. So he chases the Order 4 out of the arena on his guitar, and they were going to have a Genesis match between Mustafa Ali and Elijah as well. We will talk about that here later. The full Genesis card as of now. There could be a couple more matches added, but full card as of now. I'll go over here soon. What's up, Devin? How's it going? Y'all go catch Devin tonight for the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers watch along. It's right, playoff football, and you can catch me tomorrow for the Jaguars Bills playoff football game. But let's acknowledge me. How you doing, brother? I enjoyed that segment. Elias coming in on his horseback playing guitar. I thought that was great. And I can't wait to see their match at Genesis. Genesis is going to be a great pay-per-view. And there's a whole bunch of matches that were just added. So there'll be more to come, I'm sure. There'll be more to come. Next, we have the TNA International Championship match. Stax, the TNA International Champion, who is from WWE NXT. He comes out with Ariana Grace, his girlfriend or fiance, whatever she is. And we got Steve Maclin coming out. I love Steve Maclin. He's a TNA original, and I love him and his work. He's a former Marine as well, so salute to him and thank him for his service. We had a great match here. We had a great match here, only for it to end due to interference. Sadly, I was hoping Steve Maclin would retain or win back his title, but it did not happen. Stax retains due to disqualification. Steve Maclin did win the match due to disqualification, but as the rules say, the champ retains, and the rules are in his favor. So hopefully we'll get to see a rematch of that at Genesis, Steve Maclin and Stacks for the TNA International Championship. Or maybe we will see it in a steel cage match where there's no outside interference. Or maybe the famous lockdown match with a few other wrestlers involved. Maybe we'll see that come back. But I would love to see the TNA International Championship on the line again next week, or Genesis, more so Genesis. But we'll see. If not, then it will eventually be on the line down the road. But Stacks is doing great with that TNA International Championship. I really like Stacks. He's part of the NXT brand, and I really like him and his character. He used to be paired up with Tony D in the family and NXT. Now he's branched up on his own, and I like what he's doing, especially this. And to me, it reminds me of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon back in the day against Vince McMahon with Stacks and Ariana Grace with Santino Marella. That's what it reminds me of. They kind of brought that back, but in TNA fashion, with Stacks and Ariana Grace turning on her dad, Santino Marella, and joining Stacks. So kind of a throwback to the Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon segment back in the day when she did that to her dad, Vince McMahon. So they kind of brought that back. I thought it was cool. So that's why I kind of see Stacks and Ariana Grace forming into, or kind of like a young modern day Triple H and Stephanie McMahon type deal. Will Stacks ever own the WWE? No, but or not own the WWE, but be head creative? No, but that's what I kind of see with Stacks and Ariana Grace. And to me, it's elevating Stacks. I really like it. So we'll see where this goes and how it keeps evolving him and his work over in NXT. And I like that he's crossing over TNA. So now we have the 8-man tag team match with the Hardys and Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander going up against the System, Moose, JDC, Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers. I really love this 8-man tag team match. It was really high impactful, chaotic match. And then in the end, we had the Hardys, Slater, and Alexander win and defeat the System. So I thought that was really great. Great match again. And Leon Slater, he is the future of TNA, in my opinion. He is the future of the business. I love that he's X Division champion. We will see if he retains the title on Thursday. Again, we'll go over that card here shortly, but we have that coming up on Thursday on AMC. And now we get the final segment. The Director of Authority, Santino Marella. He comes out and he oversees the contract signing. We get Frankie Kazarian, then Mike Santana. And then we have them exchange back and forth some words. And Frankie Kazarian talked about how he was addicted to something as well. And that has become addiction to the TNA champion. And he was taking a jab at Mike Santana's former addiction. So we had that going on. But then we had Mike Santana. He talks about AEW here. And I want to point this out. Oh, that's what I wanted. There we go. This is what he said. At one point in time, we were both at the same place, miserable as hell. We were at a place that tried to drain the passion out of what we love the most. And what did we do? We held each other up. We left that place. We bet on ourselves, and today we're sitting across from each other, about to go toe-to-toe for the grandest prize in pro wrestling on the biggest show in TNA history. So he talks about this. And as you can see, I shared their former AEW photo pictures that they had. He had Santana paired up with Ortiz, and you also had Frankie Kazarian teamed up with Scorpio Sky and SCU. And they were both in the tag team divisions. And although they had some good things going on in AEW, it wasn't terrible. But in my opinion, and this is no knock on AEW, this is not saying anything negative or hateful towards AEW, but they dropped the ball with Mike Santana. Had They let him evolve and branch out in the singles division as a singles wrestler instead of tag team. We could have seen him be the star that he is today in TNA, in AEW. And a lot of people, I've seen the jabs. And Mike Santana, he can't hold up against Moxley or Will Ospreay or MJF or Hangman, etc., etc. But I disagree. I respectfully disagree because he has done great work in TNA for the past couple of years. He's been with the company, and he has been evolved into a star that he is now. And he even carried House of Glory at one point with the House of Glory heavyweight championship, and then now he's in TNA, and he has done the same there. And now they're putting him as the face of the company, and he already won the world title at one point. Had a short reign. I can't, not sure all the details of why that happened, but it happened. And then you had him return, and now he's coming back for that TNA title, and hopefully a better title run this go around. I think it will when he does win. I think he will have a better title run. And as he said here, he was miserable. He was miserable in AEW because there was nothing going for him. It's not a jab at AEW. It's not a shot. It is technically a shot, but nothing like, oh, I'll never work for that company again, or hateful or anything like that. Maybe he'll never work for AEW again. Maybe he's TNA for life, or maybe he's going to be in TNA till he gets signed up by WWE. I don't know. Either or, he is a star today, and he is a star in TNA. AEW fans have been coming at me at this, and they have been talking negative about this and negative about TNA Impact. They didn't talk negative about TNA Impact when there's partnership with AEW, so why all of a sudden that right now are they like the enemy? And I disagree that any company is the enemy. If you prefer AEW, respectfully, all respect to you, cool, enjoy it. But don't see WWE or TNA as the enemy. Be happy for them. And for some people who are very hyped on TNA and are talking positive about TNA and spreading the word about TNA and their future, which is on the rise and on the road to the right direction, why are you angry at that? Why are you upset with that? What, because they partnered with WWE? It's because of WWE that they are where they're at now. WWE technically saved TNA. AEW didn't. AEW was partnership with TNA, and what happened? There was no involvement, no big TV deal, nothing. And it's not a knock at AEW. It's not a jab at AEW. If you want to take it that way, take it personal. That's up. That is up to you. It's all up to you, but it's not. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. So Mike Santana saying this, he's coming from his heart there. This is how he felt. I saw one guy comment saying, "Oh, this was a set up promo by WWE to take a jab at AEW." No, this is Santana talking from the heart. I think he said at one point, one podcast last year, if I'm not mistaken, that he about this, talking about his time in AEW and how he didn't like that he was held back in the tag team division. He wanted to branch out, do his own thing, and it just wasn't in the cards for him. So that's it. And he wanted to do his own thing, become a star, evolve, and get better like he is now. If you get held back there, of course, leave. Go somewhere that will invest in you. Because AEW wasn't. They were not investing in him. So he left, and he took a bet on himself. And then look where he's at now. The TNA took a bet on him, signed him, and then he is now the face of the company. So there is nothing wrong with that. I'm happy for Mike Santana. I really am. And I hope he becomes the TNA World Champion on Thursday. And I also hope that he stays with TNA for a very long time and help the company evolve and get better and and become a third competitor in this whole in the wrestling business, because you have WWE, you have AEW, but TNA could be in that talk too. And if you disagree, you disagree. If you're an AEW fan, you disagree. Okay, but don't sleep on TNA, because they are on the rise and they're getting better. And it is due to WWE and the partnership. And that's just the facts. And that's what it is. So if you see him as the enemy, I hate that for you, because this isn't about a warfare or anything. WWE is not trying to take over or anything like that. Is AEW competition to WWE? Yeah, they are. Just like WWE is competition to AEW. But TNA, eventually, I think they will be that third competitor. If they don't get bought up by WWE, if they do, they do. Hey, at least TNA is saved, and we'll see TNA continue in the future. But I'd like to see TNA evolve as a third competitor, and then eventually, as they gain more fans and more ratings and revenue, maybe they can be that third competitor up there with AEW and WWE. We got another great promotion for wrestlers to go and work as well, and another alternative for us to enjoy with AEW and WWE. So, but this was a part of the segment that stood out to me because I remember that in AEW, and I enjoyed Ortiz and Santana as a team. But just like with a lot of tag teams, you have that one guy that branches out and he becomes the superstar, and the other one he kind of hangs out in the back. Santana is that superstar. You've seen it with Shawn Michaels. You've seen it with, both the Hardys are stars in their own, but when Matt and Jeff separated, you kind of saw Jeff stood out more because of the face paint and everything like that. So, you have these tag teams where they all branch out. One star branches out, and the other one doesn't. Sometimes, they both do. Sometimes they both do. So, but Santana here, he is the star and face of TNA. Let's see. Will Santana have a better run this time with Nick lurking around? Oh, yeah, that's true. The Call Your Shot, he does have that Call Your Shot trophy. Could happen on Thursday. Santana might win it, and then Nick Nemeth crashes the party. So it could happen. Hey, Rick Barlow, what's going on? Let's see. I think Santana might take the jump to WWE in a couple of years, possibly. And if he does, that's cool. I would love to see him stay in TNA, though. I would love to see him stay in TNA because he has a really good place there at TNA, or a good spot there at TNA. I think it's a good place for him. And I'd like to see TNA sign superstars to long-term contracts, lock them in, and let's build on this thing. They keep having some stars come in on short-term contracts, or they just come in as free agents for a little while, then they branch off elsewhere. I would like to see TNA sign some long-term stars, some stars to long-term contract, and then we see them invest in the company and give back to the company, and we see them build the company up to a third competitor in the wrestling business. Not as we're putting anyone out, not as or anything like that, but just somewhere where talent could go as a third option if they don't get picked up by WWE or AEW or even New Japan or even whoever. And we can see this and somewhere they can make a good living off of. And TNA can be that company. TNA was on fire back in the day. I was actually watching some old school matches today, old school Sting matches and Samoa Joe. And they kind of fizzled out there for a while. Now they got that fire back. It's a little fire, but as the little campfire grows, and get bigger and better, and then we got a wildfire going on with TNA. So this Thursday, it's a start. The AMC deal is great. It's a major TV deal. It's a major TV network. So them being on this, gaining more fans and more casual viewers and even more wrestling fans, and seeing them more, taking them more seriously than they have been, we can see TNA rise and get better and make more revenue, and then eventually they can have it to where, hey, let's sign some superstars on long-term contracts. I get it that they can't now because of maybe the financial reasons. I'm not sure how they are financially. I'm not sure. I'm not on that side of the table, but I'd imagine it's not a lot. But eventually, as they gain more revenue, more fans, more ratings and attendance, we can see them rise up and be that third competitor and have another place for talent to go to make a living doing what they love, and that is wrestle. and it entertains those fans. And it's another alternative. TNA brings an alternative to the table, to the professional wrestling world as a fan and as a wrestler. So I am happy for TNA. And if you're a wrestling fan, you should be happy for TNA as well, and not be talking negative or talking hate about TNA or joking or making jokes or mocking them. Be happy. Be happy that they are still grinding today and still in business today after many times where we all thought eventually they would not be here, that they would go out of business. They've been around since 03, I think it is, or 02 or 03, and they're still going. And now they're getting their strength back. So that's great. A lot of companies that went where they were at a few years ago, they're bankrupt. They're out. They can't do it anymore. They get sold and they just fizzle out or they go away. But TNA, they've had some great leadership and creative, and people invest in them, and they've kept the company going all this time. So eventually we will see TNA back as at their competitor, Thursday nights. Carlos Silva said it himself, everybody's got their spot in the week. Monday Night Raw, we got NXT and NWA Power on Tuesday. You got Dynamite on Wednesday and also Evolve. And then Thursday night is TNA Impact and even Ring of Honor. And then you got SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown. And then Collision on Saturday. So everybody's got their spot in the week. Thursdays for TNA. I don't want to see them going on any other day, or not as yet as anyway, trying to compete with anybody. But I like that they're on Thursday. But next week, we got a great card set up for the debut on AMC. We got Elijah and the Hardys going up against Mustafa Ali in the Order 4. And then we got TNA Knockouts tag team titles on the line with the Inspiration, the Knockouts tag team champions, going up against Heather and M by Elegance. And then you got the X Division champion, Leon Slater, putting his title on the line against Myron Reed, which if you missed the triple threat number one contenders match a couple weeks ago with Myron Reed, Trey Miguel, and their other partner in the Rascals, that was a great triple threat match. I enjoyed that as well. But Myron Reed won. He became the new number one contender. So we had Leon Slater, Myron Reed going 1-on-1 for the X Division Championship. Will we see a new X Division champion? Maybe. And then we also have the TNA World Championship on the line with Frankie Kazarian putting his title on the line against Mike Santana. But as Devin pointed out, keep watching Nick Nemeth with that Call Your Shot trophy, which he came out in the contract signing last night and basically warned both guys that, hey, you win, but just keep watch. And I have a feeling he might cash in. I have a feeling he might. If he don't, it will be set up for Genesis probably. It will have the TNA World title shot at Genesis, and Nick Nemeth will win it there. But you also got to thank Nick Nemeth as well, because he carried TNA for a while with that TNA World Championship and carried that title around, and he had like 3 belts at one point, his TNA World title and 2 other belts. Trying to remember what they were, but Nick Nemeth carried that title and represented the company well, and he's still with the company along with his brother Ryan, and they're a great team on top of that. So we got to give some appreciation to Nick Nemeth for doing that for TNA, and he's still with the company, still investing, and still helping the company grow as well. And then for Frankie Kazarian to return to TNA after getting released from AEW and invest in the company. And many others. So it's great to see this happening with TNA, with a lot of the former talent returning to the company and investing in the company. And like I said, this Thursday we got AJ Styles returning. We'll see what he's doing. It'll be great if he has a little match. I would love to see him have a match. It would be great to see James Storm as well return, the Cowboy James Storm to return and to be on the debut on AMC. I put that out there, and he liked it and shared it, so hopefully it'll be seen, and we'll see the Cowboy James Storm return. But we got a stat card for Thursday on AMC, the debut. Keep watch, be ready. It's going to be on at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. It's going to be an hour later than normal. but they got their time slot, so that's the important thing. Let's see what we got here. TNA started at 9. Yep, just like I said, in Eastern, like SmackDown is going to 3 hours. It stinks on my end. Oh. He said he will miss at last 30 minutes. Running late for you, huh, Rick? I thank you most kindly, Devin. I will keep your utubical tagged up, but we'll drop a raid on your itchy choochie. There we go. Raid away. Speaking of Collision, I will be doing a live watch along tonight. Heck yeah, y'all go check out Rick Barlow on the live watch along for AEW Collision. I'll be doing a review tomorrow night along with Dynamite as well. Nick Nemeth cashes the Call Your Shot trophy and during the match and win like Seth Rollins did at Mania. Yep. I like Seth Rollins did at SummerSlam last year. But now we got TNA Genesis. Let's talk about that a little bit here. And we got some matches set up. We got JDC's final dance match. JDC's final dance. After this match, he's retiring. If you don't remember, JDC was Fandango in WWE along with Summer Rae, and there's dancing and all. So, but he is now having his final match, and it's against Eddie Edwards. So we'll have Eddie Edwards and JDC in his retirement match. We have a TNA World Title match that was announced, so we'll see what takes place there. Will it be Nick Nemeth and Mike Santana, or Nick Nemeth and Mike Santana? Maybe it'll be a triple threat. Nick Nemeth, Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, with Nick Nemeth as the champion because he cashes in on Thursday. Then we got the Knockouts, TNA Knockouts World Championship. Li Ying Lee putting her title on the line against Dani Luna. Maybe we'll see a new champ. Maybe. Then we have the TNA World Tag Team titles on the line. That's right. The Hardys putting their tag team titles on the line against the Righteous, which if the Righteous win, it's going to be an emotional moment. It's going to be emotional. I hate that I got to work for Genesis. I got to work next weekend, so I'll catch the aftermath. But keep watch of Devin, the Tribal Chief, and him dropping his watch along. He's doing one for TNA as well, so keep watching that. I'll be doing a watch along for myself on Thursday next week for the debut. But sadly, I'll be missing the Genesis pay-per-view, but I will be doing a review of it, so keep watching that. Then we have Elijah versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali in a singles match. AJ Francis versus Rick Swann going one-on-one. And then we got Leon Slater, three-way match for the TNA X Division Championship. As of now, it's Leon Slater versus Cedric Alexander Moose, but it could be Myron Reed if he wins on Thursday. So we got a triple threat for the TNA X Division Championship. Cedric Alexander and Moose facing off against either champ Leon Slater or Myron Reed. We have AJ Francis versus Rick Swann, Elijah versus Mustafa Ali. Tag team title match with the Hardys putting their titles on the line against the Righteous. We have the TNA Knockouts title on the line. Li Ying Lee put her title on the line against Dani Luna. The TNA World Championship is announced, so we'll see how that plays out for next Thursday. And then you get JDC's final dance retirement match against Eddie Edwards. So far, a great card for next Saturday for TNA Genesis. And then you got TNA debut on AMC this coming Thursday. And it's in Dallas, so if you're in the area, get a ticket. They're still on sale, but get it quick because they are selling out. Last I looked, Thursday, it was around 1,600 tickets that were sold. I looked today, and it's 2,000 plus. So in a couple of days, they have sold 400 tickets. So better get your ticket if you want to go because they're going fast. Dani Luna is a beast. Reminds me of a female version of Sami Callihan. You know what? I see it. I agree with that. I agree. Dani Luna is great. Her dog collar match with Indy Hartwell last month was awesome. So yeah, I would agree with that. A female version of Sami Callihan, which y'all don't know, Sami Callihan, he's also one of the greats in TNA. He was with the company for a long time before he retired. So go look up some of his matches on TNA Plus. Get TNA Plus. Get TNA Plus. It's a great deal for $10 a month. $10. You can't beat that. $10 with the whole library of TNA. So if you want to go rewatch some nostalgia episodes and check out the old pay-per-views or the old episodes, then go get TNA Plus. $10 a month. You can't beat that. Plus, you can watch TNA every Thursday on top of that if you don't have AMC or don't want to pay the AMC subscription. Because I'm not going to pay the AMC subscription because I only pretty much watch wrestling. So there's no need for it. Now, if they ever get off TNA Plus and go solely AMC, then I'll have to. But I'm going to stick with TNA Plus as of now because I get the pay-per-views and I get to watch TNA every Thursday. And on top of all that, I get to watch the past episodes from the beginning when the show first began to up to now. So it's kind of like the WWE Network. I miss the WWE Network. But it's kind of like that, but for TNA. So I like it. And if you don't want to pay AMC all that money, which I'm not even sure how much the subscription is for AMC Plus, but if you don't want to do that, get TNA Plus. $10 a month, not a bad deal. I think it's great. Well, with that being said, that was my review of TNA Impact. Great show. I enjoyed it. I'd like to say the match of the night for me. I'm going to have to say it was the 8-man tag team match. That was a great match. I wanted to say that one. 8-man tag team match was a really great match. And then my favorite segment, I'm going to have to go with the contract signing in the end. Although I did love the Hardys and the Righteous, but I'm going to have to go with that contract signing because the contract signing was really great. So that had to be my highlight and segment of the night. Low light, I'd have to say the Elegant segment. Wasn't a fan of it. No knock against them, but this wasn't my cup of tea. But that is my full review. Give a show a solid B+. Yeah, solid B+. Really good. So again, tonight, catch my review of last night, or I should say yesterday's SmackDown. New champ in town, Drew McIntyre. That is right. Our boy finally won it. I love Cody Rhodes. Huge fan. Big fan of Cody. But I love Drew McIntyre as well. So I am also glad for Drew getting his shot. It's not bad for Cody to be away from the title for a little while. But I love that Drew McIntyre won. So catch my review of that and my thoughts of what might take place. But TNA, catch the watch along next week. Catch my watch along for Dynamite as well. I'm planning on doing on Wednesday. If not, I'll do a review after the show on Wednesday night at least. But I definitely will be doing a watch along next Thursday for TNA Impact. So keep watch of that. And also next week, TNA Genesis. So if you want to still go to either show, again, get your ticket now because they're selling out fast. Also, go rewatch TNA and catch up on a lot because they debuts on Thursday, AMC, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, on AMC Plus or AMC TV. Or if you really just want to get TNA Plus, go get TNA Plus. And to me, that'd be a better deal. That's to me. If you're just a wrestling fan, get TNA Plus. But with that being said, I'm going to ride out. Have fun, y'all. Like and subscribe. Hit the hype button as well. Go follow me on X. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Threads. And subscribe to the YouTube. Also, before I go, Devin the Tribal Chief, my brother, go catch his Bears watch along. It's playoff weekend. And we got the Bears and the Packers, a historical rivalry, the oldest rivalry in NFL. And we got them playing tonight for a third round. So go catch that. Devin the Tribal Chief. Go bear down with them against Packers. I'll bear down with them because I want the Packers to lose. I don't like the Packers. Despise them. Can't stand them. So hope the Bears win and then catch my watch along tomorrow for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval going up against the Bills. So if you're a Bills fan, come join me. It'll be fun. We can have fun and do some trash talking together. But I'll be doing that tomorrow because I have a good feeling about the Jags. So love all y'all. And just remember, love professional wrestling. Have a blessed one.
from the first bell to the last stand. This is for every fan who loves it. I am Dr. Love, and this is Aaron Love's Wrestling. Yeah! Turn the lights on, hear the crowd ignite. Heartbeat pounds on a Friday night. From the territory days to the modern age, every ring's a war, from every match to every stage. I grew up on legends, I learned to believe in heroes, villains, the blood, and you can see the love I have. It is all on my sleeve, from Dusty Rhodes to Bright Marquee. Wrestling is in my blood, there's no hate in me. Hear the roar when the music hits, goosebumps when the champion appears. Every style, every fight, every ring, one love for the business. I am here to bring the love and the passion in every review. Aaron loves wrestling. AEW, WENWA, New Japan, TNA. It doesn't matter about the brand, I love it all. Aaron loves wrestling. My heart is in the ring. No walls, no wars, just the passion for the business that I bring. Aaron loves wrestling. One world, one voice, taking us higher. Monday Night Raw to Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday Night Main Event under the neon lights. And NXT has the rising stars, the future is looking pretty bright. Dreams get built in every fight, from Wednesday Night Dynamite to Saturday Night Collision. New Japan battles, hearts on fire, from the Tokyo Dome to Arena, Mexico. In every zone, every style's a kingdom, every ring is a throne. Give away to AAW, every New Japan pride. TA line on the way, AWA on the run. Different letters with the same love and passion pounding in us all. Aaron loves wrestling. Every brand, it doesn't matter about the three letters, from the local hall to the global star. Oh my God, that sound, when the entrance hits, we are all ready to start. Aaron loves wrestling, side by side. No tribal lines, just love for the business worldwide. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. Cuddy fights for the dreams of us all in red, white, blue. Hangman doesn't stay down, he is always fighting for redemption. Mox bleeds for the business, bringing out the passion in us all. Okada is the rainmaker, the money rains down with every title reign. Cena's never giving up the fight. Fear strikes in the heart of man when Undertaker appears. Sting is the vigilante that every villain fears. Legends will always be remembered, they never retire in our hearts. They will live on forever. From Flair to Michaels, from Hogan to Cena, from Omega's rise to acknowledging lanes. Different paths with the same damn ring, same damn love for professional wrestling. Say it loud, I love wrestling. Say it proud, I love wrestling. No hate, no tribalism, just love for the business until the end of time. You know the war goes on your chest. If you love this business, then you're the best. No keyboard warriors, no hate, no lies. Just respect when the warriors rise. From the curtain rise to the final pin, we all are chasing that moment when the bell rings. It's more than title belts, it's more than glory. It's our love for professional wrestling in every story. So pull your hearts up, it's all one love. Every fan's got a place, from every city to every nation. We're united by a love for professional wrestling. Aaron loves wrestling. Hear the crowd with every chant, every heartbeat, and with every tear. Aaron loves wrestling. This is our life. From the rise of a hero to the falling of wrestling. Never ends. From The American Cowboy will always ride for this. Dr. Love will always share the love of professional wrestling. For every ring, every wrestler and every fan, one word, one passion, one truth that I'm confessing.